looking back, actually set the trend for the next 20 years.
Here we have the brand new Carve. We introduced the range in the year 2000, and then it was voted Board of the Year. Now 20 years later, we have built quite a few hundred car prototypes and had a lot of fun testing them. So these boards were wide and short. They were kind of the first freeride boards to be just that. So what we've been looking for over all these years is early planing, comfort, top end speed, control, and extra easy jibing. So here you can see there's a concave. This helps with the airlift, and also we are bringing down the center of gravity, so more control when you're riding, and also more control when you're jibing. I'm thinking jibing, like that's the best thing about a car board, right? It wants to carve. With the rail outline around the front foot straps, the board just wants to go into the curve. It feels like it wants to carve and also wants to exit. And that exit is actually helped a lot with the fact that you have fat tail. The fat tail has not enough volume, so the board keeps on going straight forward. It doesn't kind of stop up. So that's really into the jibe, out of the jibe, kind of autopilot. Very happy about that. You know, we've been working on straps forever. To get that super comfort is important. And here we have the Ulux straps made from rubber, very, very eco-friendly. If you look at the deck pads, they are double density, so outside harder, inside more soft. Gives a very nice grip and also the comfort. It's just a very smooth ride altogether. Our very first starboards back there in 1994 were actually Voo technology. And they were Australian pine boards, 0.6 millimeter thick, 500 kilo density, pure Australian pine, sustainable sourced and super quality. And we also have now a UV resistant PVC film on top to make sure that it can be out in the sun for a very long time. And if you look further in under the skin, you will find that there is a 3 millimeter high density, actually 100 kilo density PVC that gives it the longevity. So you can really ride this board for years and years, and you have the same feel of a very sturdy, solid construction. So in this board, we have a fair few oil products, the PVC, the paint, and all that stuff. So, you know, the emission is approximately 80 kilo CO2 per board, including all transports and raw mats. However, when we produce it, we also plant a mangrove. So we are actually capturing 1,000 kilo. So we capture approximately 10 times more than what we are emitting. So it's a pretty good deal. And also due to the plastics out here, you know, there is like EVA is actually also plastic. We are collecting 1.1 kilo plastic from the beaches around our test center to somehow balance the good and the bad. So we just want to change like a negative into a positive as good as we can. What I really like about the Carve boards is that feel of acceleration. You're getting from, let's say, semi-planing up to top end speed. And what we can find is that it's really a flat rocker. It goes to 1 meter for the smaller boards and to, I think, 107 for the biggest, for the 135. And that really gets you up to high speed and that feeling pretty quick. Now, also the comfort and the feel that you can go over all the chop. If you see here, we have a double concavity. You can see the concavity here, and then you can see the V over there. So it's just like that smooth feeling at high speed. So that's the reason why it just feels like it's flying over the chop. Here you can see our cutaways. It's sort of what we're using in the super fast isonic boards, the slalom boards. It basically helps you to reach a top end speed, and the whole board just feels freer. So that's pretty cool. And just quickly, this is the Drake fin from our dear friend Jim Drake, who actually co-invented windsurfing. So we're very proud to keep his legacy into our accessories.